Welcome to the Oyoko Dojo Karate channel. In this video we are going to have a complete walkthrough of the bunkai of the Shorin ryu Ananku kata. The first segment is the Shuto Uke. George is going to attack me with hooks, which I am going to defend. At some point I come in, I grab his arm, apply Shuto Uke to his neck. Let's do that again. Come in, grab his arm, and apply a Shuto Uke to the neck. From here I'm going to hook his neck, turn a little bit, and now I'm at a 45 degree to him. He can't really hit me, but I can kick his body, I can kick his head, I can kick his leg. This is a very advantageous position, and I leave a link to a video that shows what you can do from this position. The next segment of the kata is Uchi Uke, Gyakuzuki, Oizuki. So George is going to attack me with a straight punch, Gyakuzuki, which I'm going to block, use Uchi Uke, and then come at an angle and punch him again. One more time. The purpose of the Uchi Uke is not to block the incoming attack, but to jam his arm and prevent it from coming back to his face. So when he punches, I block it as normal. I'm going to use Uchi Uke under his elbow and put pressure on him so that he can bring his hand back, and that leaves his face open for my attack. If I didn't do that, then he would punch, and his hand would be back at his face before my punch arrives. Let's show the technique again. The next segment continues from the Oizuki. I bring my back foot in, push it backwards, and do this. This is a tackle defense. So we are first going to demonstrate it. George comes in for a tackle, and I'm putting a lot of weight on him and redirecting him away from me. So let's look at it in more detail. George comes in for a tackle. I'm dropping my center of gravity, and I'm putting a lot of weight on his back. Because there is such a big weight difference between us, I can't really put that much weight on him. I'm very worried about him grabbing my back leg, because if he managed to do that, then he has a double leg takedown. So I'm moving that leg out of his way. When I'm doing that, I turn perpendicular to his direction of power, and that way I can deflect his power away from me. So let's show that one more time. The next segment of the kata continues from here. It's the double ageuke, douchi, and the straight punch. We are in a grappling stance with right leg forward. So George is going to come in trying to grab me. He's going to try to grab the sleeve of my jacket and my jacket at the back of my neck, which is a very dominant grip. I'm going to prevent that. So the double ageuke in the kata is my defense to that. Now his hands are up, so I have the opportunity to shoot him for a double leg, and that's what I'm going to do. If I can take him down, that's great. He may not let me do that. He may know how to defend this. So when he's coming in to try to grab me, I'm going to block that, come in for a double leg, and he moved his leg away and trying to redirect me. So I'm going to still take the leg that's closer to me. And now the punch in the kata is me reaching out and trying to grab his dogi right here or here, doesn't matter where. I'm going to grab it here, and I'm going to spin him around. If he doesn't fall, then I'm going to take him down with an ouchigari. The next segment of the kata continues with the second sequence, which is Uchi Uke, Gyakuzuki, Oizuki, front kick, Gyakuzuki, and Pyuchi. George is going to punch. I'm going to parry it and jam it with my Uchi Uke. Punch, punch. Grab his neck, hook under his arm, Compton angle, and now I end up in the same position as we were in the first sequence. George wants to defend him, and what he's going to have to do is square up with me. So he's coming under my arm and catching my other arm. Now I have lost my advantage. In order to keep my advantage, I have to rotate. So George is going to punch, which I'm jamming. 1 punch, 2 punch, grab his neck, hook under his arm, rotate him, and kick his leg. Hopefully he collapses. If he does, I can finish him off with the punch. Now if he doesn't collapse, he might be strong, and here he might be standing upright. So he is punching, which I'm defending and jamming. 1 punch, 2 punch, grab his neck, hook under the arm, rotate around, kick the leg, and he's standing up. He's standing up very strongly. So his weight is moving that way. That means I can throw him in that direction. So what I'm going to do is step behind him and throw him. Let's show that from a different angle. So George is attacking, which I'm defending and jamming, punch, punch, grab the neck, hook under the arm, rotate him around, kick him, and he's resisting. He's standing upright, so I'm going to switch, pull his head towards me, and throw him down. This throw is called Kubiwa, and I'm going to leave a link in the description to details of this throw. In the next segment of the kata, we continue from MP Uchi. First we have a Gedanbarai, Oizuki, and stepping back into Uchi Uke Neku Ashidachi. Suppose we ended up in a grappling situation. For example, after the throw, George managed to get a hold of my wrist. I may or may not have a hold on his hand. If I don't have it, then he's going to either try to punch me or he's going to try to grab me. The Gedanbarai is when he's trying to reach, I hook under his arm. This is the Gedanbarai. Now I'm going to remove this arm so that we can see what's happening here. With this hand, I'm trying to grab him behind his neck, but he's holding on to this. He won't let me lift my arm, so I'm going to turn it over, and now I'm going to punch and grab his neck and pull him in. This is the punch and the Uchi Uke. So let's put this together. He is reaching, and I'm going to get him behind his neck. Let's look at it from a different angle. He is holding onto my wrist. He is going to try to reach, and I go and grab him. And we end up in this advantageous position from the first sequence. In the next segment of the kata, we start from the Uchi Uke. I step over my front foot. It's a front kick, Gedanbarai, Gyakuzuki. In the previous segment, George was holding on to my grip and was trying to grab me, and I ended up in this advantageous position. From this position, I'm going to try to kick him, and if he goes down, then I can finish him with a punch. He might be resisting and not going down, or I might miss his leg, and in that case, I'm going to throw him. So I'm going to keep on rotating and throw him like this. Let's look at it from a different angle. So I'm going to go. So in the previous segment, after the kick, we did Gedanbarai and Gyakuzuki. We are continuing from here. The next move is Uchi Uke and Shuto Uke. Let's start from the grappling situation where George was holding my hand and he was trying to grab me. So I came in, grabbed him, tried to kick him. He resisted it. Trying to throw him, he's still resisting. He's standing straight up. So next is Uchi Uke, where I'm grabbing his jaw, and then the Gyakuzuki, where I'm grabbing the top of his head, and I'm going to step in, and the Shuto Uke is a neck crank. Let's show it from a different angle. So we'll start straight from here. I'm trying to kick him, which he's resisting. I'm trying to throw him, which he's resisting. So I'm grabbing his jaw, grabbing the top of his head, and taking him down. I'm not in favor of teaching this technique to children, so let's use Kubiwa instead of the neck crank. So George is grabbing my hand, he is punching me, I'm grabbing him behind his neck, I'm trying to kick him, he's standing up, trying to throw him, he's really trying to stand up, so this is perfect to throw him with Kubiwa, switching behind, and that's it. The Kubiwa doesn't have the Shuto Uke, but I think it's a much safer technique to practice. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like the content, please help us out and hit the like button. In the next video, we are going to look at more practical applications of the techniques in the Ananku kata. If you like this kind of content, then please consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you again on our channel.